Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new, and welcome to those of you who are seasoned veterans to what we're doing here around here on Pro Wrestling Logic. This is, of course, the Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channel, and we've got over 2,600 of these available on a wide variety of topics and good things here. We continue to make that happen. We continue to connect on a deeper level. And we are also committed to the process of trying to bring you the most comprehensive pro wrestling series that we can. This is, of course, the April 8th, 1995 edition. Man on a Mission defeats Buck Quartermain and Bill Payne when Mabel pins Payne after a belly-to-belly suplex. Obviously, a one-sided match. Of course, the heel turn of the Man on a Mission, relatively recent here, and they are kind of going, or not quite yet, fully in motion, although it's kind of here, especially with Mabel being less than a month and a half, maybe less than 2 months anyway, away from the King of the Ring. Mo is still out there. Mo is trying to get a victory. Cannot get the sunset flip off on, or the youngster that he's in there with can't get the sunset flip off on him. Mabel obviously does basically sit down across the back, goes to the second rope on the inside, tries to get sledgehammers, tries to take his adversary out as aggressively and assertively as he can, belly-to-belly suplex, and a win there. Jim Ross hyping the return of the concept of the WrestleMania 11 review. Also, Aldo Montoya in the back hyping up for a match with Jeff Jarrett. Aldo Montoya, relatively new, within the last couple of months, doing some shadow boxing and the like. Then we move to the 1-2-3 Kid, facing off against his adversary for the day in an enhancement match. Really basic match here, obviously. The idea here, of course, 1-2-3 Kid still over with the fans. Still not, hasn't done the heel turn yet. I believe that comes late in the year 1995. But obviously, again, 1-2-3 Kid in an enhancement match. This particular match is Mike Chloe meets him with a German suplex. 1-2-3 Kid, aka Sean Waltman, super, super valuable at that level, and from that level, making things come together. Shoulder tackles and the like. Kid comes up with some martial arts kicks and tries to get a quick victory. Sliding German suplex that we probably would see mostly in Japan these days. 1-2-3 Kid gets the victory there. Chloe is a regular. And then there's the heel turn of Sid Vicious, or the babyface turn of Shawn Michaels more accurately, from Raw the previous week is there. The Heartbreak Hotel is probably no more as we go forward there. There are various celebrities praising their involvement with WrestleMania 11, and also the highlights of the what later becomes Fan Access, a pretty big thing here. Mantar, half man, half monster, half bull, against Rich Myers. Jim Cornette managing poor Mantar. Throws him back into the corner and tries to get as much as he can. Splash in the corner, front falling slam, and Mantar gets a quick victory there. Confrontation between Jeff Jarrett and Aldo Montoya from Raw the previous week, and actually pull apart in this area as well. Tony Garea, among others, making a consistent run there. Aldo, I guess, had beaten Jeff Jarrett, your Intercontinental Champion, in previous squash-related matches, and so the thought is, or should be, or could be, that it's a good idea for those two to do battle with one another. Then we go to another in the enhancement match series here. Aldo Montoya is out, and again, Aldo, they were thinking was going to be a major star. Actually, this match, aka Aldo Montoya, Just Incredible, A really good match, cross bodies and other near falls for Aldo. Worth going out of your way to see if you haven't seen this match before. Sunset flip and other basic stuff, side headlock, and back when wrestling was, well, very basic. Jarrett sends Aldo to the outside. Jarrett brawling with him, and he's been around back and forth. The roadie is a major force for Jeff Jarrett at the time, still. Obviously, they're about 3 months away from the leaving of the WWF at the time. Jeff Jarrett, a pretty major force in the roadie, sticking his nose in wherever he can to get unfair advantages for Mr. Jarrett there. Then Jarrett comes off, hits a modified DDT. Jarrett also watches as his adversary slips over the back, and Aldo Montoya does manage to get a back suplex and gets the modified victory here. Jarrett, of course, doesn't really want to do too terribly much unless he absolutely has to. Then we see more hype for or the rerun of WrestleMania 11, including the winning of the tag belts with Yokozuna and Owen Hart, a good tag team for him. Jean-Pierre Lafitte is making the debut with the Pirate Gimmick here, facing off against Scott Taylor. Beats him with a cannonball, the in-ring debut of the Pirate character, as opposed to his former Quebecer Pierre persona, and ultimately he was probably better off as Quebecer Pierre. Anyway, as again we go forward here, there is and will be a good run here, hard shots there, and ultimately, big body slams kind of sending him off, and ultimately, you know, big Irish whips and other basic things. Tries to crank on the arm of the adversary, doesn't get everything he wants on it, does get a lot, and the cannonball is eventually the victory for Jean-Pierre Lafitte. Once again, Jim Ross throws back to Bob Backlund, who was defeated in the submission match at the WrestleMania 11 event. Backlund basically is going even more deeper into his heel persona. Jim Ross once again tries to get people to spend money on the WrestleMania 11 replay, and we will be back with more right after this.